হ্যালো লার্নার্স, ওয়েলকাম টু এমদাদুল হক ডিজিটাল ইউনিভার্সিটি। আজকে আপনাদের জন্য যে লেসনটি নিয়ে এসেছি সেটা হচ্ছে টু স্কাইলার্কের উপরে ইম্পর্টেন্ট ব্রিফ কোশ্চেন এবং তার অ্যান্সার। চলুন এবার আমরা কোশ্চেনগুলোর অ্যানালাইসিস করি। ফার্স্ট কোশ্চেন, হু হ্যাজ রিটেন দ্য লিরিক টু স্কাইলার্ক? স্কাইলার্ক লিরিকটি কে লিখিয়েছে? P.B.Shelley has written the lyric to Skylark. When was the lyric to Skylark written? কখন লেখা হয়েছিল Skylark? The lyric to Skylark was written in early 1820. Where did Shelley write the lyric to Skylark? Skylark কোথায় বসে লিখেছিলেন Shelley? Shelley wrote the lyric to Skylark in Leghorn, England. When was the lyric to Skylark published? Answer হচ্ছে the lyric to Skylark was published in 1820. Which poetical work of Shelley was published with to Skylark? স্কাইলার্কের সাথে শেলির আর কি পয়েটিক্যাল ওয়ার্ক মানে পয়েটিক্যাল কাজ প্রকাশিত হয়েছিল? দ্য পয়েটিক্যাল ড্রামা Prometheus Unbound was published with to Skylark. Which poem of Shelley is regarded as the typically slight work of a typically slight poet? To Skylark by Shelley is regarded as the typically slight work of a typically slight poet. What does Shelley welcome into a Skylark? Shelley welcomes the Skylark as a happy spirit into a Skylark. What does the phrase blithy spirit mean to a Skylark? Skylarkকে blithy spirit যে ফার্স্ট লাইনে যে blithy spirit যে ফ্রেজটি ব্যবহার করা হয়েছে, ফ্রেজটির অর্থ কী? The phrase blithy spirit means the spirit of joy. What does Shelley regard as a happy spirit into a Skylark? Shelley regards the Skylark as a happy spirit into a Skylark. What does Shelley regard as an unpremeditated art into a Skylark? Shelley regards the songs of a Skylark as an unpremeditated art into a Skylark. পূর্ব পরিকল্পনাবিহীন যে চিত্রশৈলী সেটা হচ্ছে স্কাইলার্কের গান, সেটাই বিবেচনা করছেন স্কাইলার্ক কবিতায় শেলি। হোয়াট ইজ মেটাফোর? মেটাফোর ইজ এ ফিগার অফ স্পিচ in which a comprehension between two different things is implied but not clearly stated. What is a smile? A smile is a definite expression of a likeness between two persons, objects, or events that differ in kind. Why does Shelley not want to regard the Skylark as a bird into a Skylark? Shelley regards the Skylark as a happy spirit or soul into a Skylark, so he does not want to regard it as a bird. Where does the Skylark come from, as Shelley says into a Skylark? Shelley demands that the Skylark comes from heaven or near it. What figure of speech do you find in the line singing still dost shore and shoring ever singest of to a Skylark? Christmas is employed in this line. Here we find a skills inversion of words. What is Christmas? Christmas is a figure of speech consisting in an inversion. The order of words or phrase when repeated or subsequently referred to in a sentence. When does the Skylark float and run as Shelley says into a Skylark? The Skylark floats and runs in the golden lightning of the sunken sun. What does Shelley compare to a star of heaven? Shelley compares a Skylark to a star of heaven. How is the Skylark like a star of heaven? The Skylark is invisible in broad daylight like a star in the sky. How is the Skylark like a poet? The world of poet is a secret world of thoughts and fancies hidden from men. Similarly, the Skylark always remains hidden in its own world. How does the Skylark sing hymns spontaneously, as Shelley says into a Skylark? Shelley demands that the Skylark sings hymns spontaneously like a poet hidden in the light of thought. What does Shelley wants to learn from the Skylark into a Skylark? Shelley wants to learn the sweet thoughts and half-gladness of the Skylark into a Skylark. What does the word hymeneal suggest into a Skylark? The word hymeneal suggests the god of marriage, Hymen. Who is Hymen? Hymen is the god of marriage. What does the phrase chorus hymeneal mean into a Skylark? The phrase chorus hymeneal means a marriage song. What does the phrase triumphal chant mean to a Skylark? The phrase triumphal chant means the song of victory sung by the birds. Analyze the line, our sweetest songs are those that tell of saddest thought. Human life is full of sorrow and suffering, so the songs which are full of sorrow and grief are the sweetest. What, according to Shelley, is better than all measures of delightful sound and all treasures found in a book, as he says in To a Skylark. The song of a Skylark is better than all measures of delightful sound that all treasures found in a book, as Shelley says in To a Skylark. What does Shelley regard as harmonious madness in To a Skylark? The songs of Skylark are regarded as harmonious madness in To a Skylark. From